Welcome to the Find Your Feminine Fire podcast. I'm your host, renowned sex and relationship coach Amanda Testa. And if you are looking to reclaim your sexual desire, take sex from a to-do to something you look forward to, and enjoy deeply connected relationships without adding more to your already full plate, then you are in the right place. Listen in to discover how to fan the flames of your feminine fire, fall in love with your sensual self again, and experience intimacy like never before, all in a way that feels really good to your system. Make yourself comfortable and enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I have a very special guest today, and we're going to be diving into a really fascinating topic that I think is so key with being able to connect to deeper messages, which do in turn help us find our connection to ourself and the collective. And so we're going to be talking today with Madeline Giles, and I'm so thrilled to be talking with Madeline today. We're going to be talking about intentional dreaming. And really, I love this quote that she shares: in a world of heartbreaking and harsh realities, what does it mean to intentionally dream? And really kind of opening up to this possibility that dreams are divine messengers that can assist us through these times. So, welcome, Madeline. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So excited to dive into this, dive into our dreams.
Yes. And Madeline and I actually met through training that we did around post traumatic growth with Rachel Maddox of Rebloom. And so I've always really been so inspired by her and just the way that she is in the world. It's truly, she's like a fairy because she has this just energy to her that's so angelic. And she's a somatic spiritual counselor, breath facilitator, herbalist, and novice beekeeper, among other things. And I'll let you share more about yourself in just a moment. But I'm also celebrating because you have just published a book, or it's coming out this week, called Then I Woke Up, Dreaming with the Mother Earth. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a long time coming. Excited to have it out into the world.
Yeah, but I'd love if you wouldn't mind just sharing a little bit about you and your story and what inspired you to kind of brought this book into the world, so to speak.
Yeah. So I share about this little in the book, but I'll focus my story more in the connected with dreams, because growing up as a child, I really, ever since a toddler, ever since I could, speak and share, I was scared going to sleep at night. Like if my parents were leaving the house and were having a babysitter, I'd be like, I need to go to bed right away. There was just, I feel like I came into this world having um, fears around sleeping and night and dark, and I think sleep inherently can be so vulnerable. And growing up, I mean, I've often called myself a late bloomer. I was like, I needed to sleep in my parents' bed, not every night, but through high school, there were some nights where I was just in crippling fear, can't go to sleep kind of thing. And so that's just something that I lived with for many years in a way. And sometimes I'd see shadows in my room or have had experiences of just feeling generally terrified going to sleep. And it was in my late teens where it was actually through my mom going through cancer treatment that she kind of had a spiritual awakening through that process. Thankfully, she healed through it, but it inspired me as well. And I started diving more into spirituality, and to I could make this a long story, but I'm going to keep it as concise as possible. It led me to angels and to Archangel Michael, who is one of the primary protector angels. And it was through calling upon Archangel Michael one night. I read this book and I was like, okay, well, this archangel helps with crippling fears. I'm like, this is my zone kind of thing. And for the first time, I it's not like my fear immediately went away, but I felt like this loving presence inside of me holding my fear like a baby. And it was almost even presencing like the somatics of just being with the body and both the parts of me that are afraid and terrified and panicked, and the parts of me that are present to the resource, presence to the care, presence to the support. And for the first night in many, many months at that time, I was able to fall asleep, sleep deeply and peacefully through the night. And that experience was really like a catalyst because I just started to dive deeper into my spiritual practice, and eventually that led me to attend University of Santa Monica and receive my master's in spiritual psychology. And it was through attending the university. I went there 12 years ago, but have stayed studying with them since. And we learned an intentional dreaming practice. We learned a practice for bringing presence and intention to our dreaming life, as dreams as a spiritual practice, dreams as a place where you can commune with the wisdom of your inner world,